Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about my thoughts on the changes they made in the Disney live action Lilo and Stitch. Now, listen to me right here, right now. I have not seen this movie yet, but I know of some of the changes that have been made because I've seen two reviews and I've been on the internet, for months looking at pictures and the trailers and clips, and I can tell what has been changed because I have literally watched Lilo and Stitch, the original movie, over 1,000,000 times. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, and both my nephews, when they was younger, made me have them watch it over and over and over again, to the point I got rid of the DVD because I got tired of them like wanting to watch it all the time, and they made me hate the movie for a short period in time till I missed the movie and had to rebuy it on DVD. So I am a huge fan of this movie. And I can tell just by hearing some of these, no spoiler reviews, what they've changed and all this other stuff. And it's really sad that Disney couldn't make this be like the original. Now, like I said before, I haven't seen the movie. The movie might be fun. It might still actually be good. I told myself with the little changes here and there, if they keep those emotional tug strings in the movie, then they should be fine. From what I've heard, they took them all out. It's almost like Disney don't want people to be sad no more. But that was part of the heart of that movie. The movie had charm because of Lilo and Stitch interactions, but the movie has some emotional tug strings to it that, from what I've heard, they have completely either taken out or switched around and changed here and there. I am really sad to hear this because I was actually gonna do it. I was actually gonna go to the movie theaters and watch this movie. I was gonna risk my tinnitus and everything because I haven't been to the movie theater since I got tinnitus, and the last movie I saw in theaters was Avengers Endgame. So it's been some time. And I don't miss the movies because I can't stand the people that are there, but I miss being able to watch a movie the moment it comes out. I hate waiting 2 to 4 to 5 months, up to a year, just to watch it on streaming. That really bugs the crap out of me and stuff. But I will have a full review of this 2 months from now when it's on Disney Plus. And because this was originally supposed to go to Disney Plus, it only had a budget of $100 million. If The Rock's live action Moana movie is better than this, I'm gonna be pissed because both movies are set in Hawaii. And so because it only had a budget of 100 million, they should have did a heck of a lot more than what they did. When I saw the pictures of Pleakley and Jumba, I was mad because they're mostly just human in this movie. The dude who plays Jumba had no business playing him. If he wasn't gonna do the fake Russian accent, if he wasn't gonna at least try to commit to the humor and stuff and just phone it in, then he had no business being cast in that. And he was very unprofessional, not trying to live up to who Jumba is. But once I started seeing pictures of how things look, I knew it might not been that great, even before I heard the reviews. And the reason why Disney has changed so much, of this movie is because they're pandering to bigots. They're pandering to the people that scream the word woke all the time, that said they're not going to watch nothing Disney because Disney is brainwashing their kids with LGBT themes. There's too many people of color in this movie. There's too many women in their movies. They don't want to see movies about race and this and that, like for Pixar and stuff. It's those people they're trying to make happy because those people have literally said they're not going to watch anything Disney related, and those people are not going to bring in the money. So Disney does what Disney does best. They panicked, got scared, and kissed their little butts and everything. This is now starting to happen in a lot of their stuff. It's happening on Disney Channel when they pulled a transgender character episode from one of their cartoon series. The episode was completed, it was ready to go up, but they pulled it down of fear of these bigots and everything. And so, like, and it wasn't even a message heavy episode, it was just a character who was transgender, but they got scared. They've told Pixar to pull back the cultural appropriation and stuff, the cultural references, movies that deal with race and other people's, like, cultural being or whatever you want to call it. They told them to scale that stuff back. And that's quite a shame, in my opinion. And something about scaling, there was some character that just came out in a Pixar movie like a year ago, and they say she's looking a little too LGBT, kind of like tone that back and everything, because they said they're just going to allow the parents to teach their kids about that stuff. We already know those bigots are going to teach their kids wrong. We already know that. At least allow the movie to teach it right. You know what I'm saying? And so we've even seen this now in like the Thunderbolts and Marvel and Star Wars. They're dialing back on their diverseness and stuff. The Thunderbolts, my God, it's a predominantly white movie and everything. They panicked because they saw there was four females in the movie, and two of them are women of color. So literally, they had them take one of the female of colors out 5 minutes in the movie when the director ratted them out and snitched and literally said that character was supposed to have a huge part all throughout that movie. But Disney panicked because of the bigots, and so they like we gotta get rid of one of these women and make sure it's a woman of color. And they got rid of that actress. And in case you didn't notice, there's only one woman of color in that entire movie, and everybody else is white. And these are the new Avengers, by the way. So you're seeing this happen. When it's coming to like the Marvel movies, I bet you the majority of the female characters aren't gonna make it out of like Doomsday and stuff, or Secret Wars, or whatever you call it. They're gonna be slashing and gashing those characters left and right. The people of color, the women, they're gonna get rid of those characters because they're trying to make the bigots happy and stuff. And it's kind of like Disney went too progressive on one side, now they're going too conservative on one side, and they're nowhere in the middle, and nobody is happy right now. Once I saw Agent Cobra wasn't this big hulking black dude, and instead it's like this skinny older black guy, I knew something was going to be wrong in this movie. And I've heard the whole mosquito twist isn't as funny as it was in the animated movie. The moment I saw Pleakley and Jumba, like the way Jumba's face looked, the CGI, they made him look too human looking. And I hate that in modern movies where it's aliens and monsters. They always try to have that human looking face to like something that's not supposed to look human. But then they went and made them human for the majority of the movie because they did not have the budget. And Pleakley is supposed to be a cross-dresser and everything. He's supposed to wear dresses and wigs to blend in and try to be like a married couple with Jumba as they're trying to find Stitch. And the director literally said he tried his best, but Disney would not let him do that. That's who he was. That's who he was in the animated movies. That's who he was in the animated series. People should be used to that, but Disney got scared. But they tried to have a little LGBT-ness in him by having him look flamboyant in the face. Okay, whatever. Taking Gantu out the movie was just stupid. And I mean, it was just stupid. And please, can people stop saying he was the main villain of the first movie? No, he was not. He's barely in the first movie. He's in the very beginning, and then he's in the very end of the movie. He becomes the second main villain of the movie when he shows up at the end, but that is literally about it. The main villain of the first movie is literally Pleakley and Jumba. It's always been that way. I don't know why everybody keeps saying it's not. But anyways, they had to take him out because they didn't have the money. Which is a problem I'm having. Why make the aliens CGI? Put people in suits. Jumba, Gantu, and Stitch should have all been people of a certain size wearing suits. You should have had a little person playing Stitch, a bigger person playing Jumba, and a really tall person playing Gantu. You put them in suits and then you touch it up with CGI. If they could make Ninja Turtles look realistic in 1990, then you can make aliens look realistic in the year 2025. That way, they could have had more to do and you can actually see their alien form. I am sick and tired of everything going CGI. Once again, I have no faith in the live action Gargoyles TV show, even if that's still gonna be a thing. I heard there's not even that much Stitch in the movie. It's mostly a Lilo story. That's weird. It's supposed to be both of them. Plus, nobody really cares about Lilo. No, I'm not talking about the little girl playing her. I'm just talking about Lilo in general. People just love Stitch. He looks cool. He's like really strong. He's athletic. He's a superhero and everything. People love him. And he's kooky and crazy and stuff. And people love that. Yeah, they like Lilo, but they don't love Lilo. Now, I will say by the trailer alone, the little girl playing Lilo, that is Lilo and everything. I hope she keeps it up for the rest of the movie. But taking away things like the ugly duckling and like the photograph and Lilo supposedly getting mad at Stitch at the end of the movie, why take that out? You gotta keep that stuff in. It's what the heart and soul of Stitch is about. He is a Frankenstein type monster who has emotion and stuff. He's a weapon of mass destruction, but he's a Terminator. That's better way. He's not so much Frankenstein. He's a Terminator. And he has a heart and emotion and stuff. Why take that away just to add other stuff or leave it out in general? I don't get that. So I'm disappointed in Disney making these weird choices they made in this movie. And the thing is, this movie came out like what, 16 years ago? In my opinion, that's still pretty relevant. They don't have to change a lot of stuff. It's not like one of their older remakes that's like over 100 years old. That's completely outdated. But the story of Lilo and Stitch, there's nothing really outdated about that. Like nothing whatsoever. So why not just keep to the source material and stop trying to change certain little things to make it more appealing to a modern audience? You really didn't have to with this, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't have to pander to a bunch of people who literally, I mean, they have literally said this online. I'm surprised that Lilo wasn't played by a little black girl and everything. Oh, I guess it's just the white characters they changed to black and stuff like that. I hate those people so much. I hate those people so much. And this is who Disney is trying to make happy. Those people. I don't get it. Like I just don't get it. I really don't get it. But you know what? This movie might do very good at the box office. I don't think it's gonna make $1 billion with a B. I don't. Like, cause I just really don't see that happening. But who knows? This movie might get saved in theaters. You know, it's happened before. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.